So this is important. I've been hearing a lot of fuss about this new Malayalam movie, The Great Indian Kitchen, recently, and I finally decided to give it a go. And by the end of the movie, it just stayed with me. So let's begin with the premise of the movie. The story revolves around a newly married couple in which the new bride struggles to be the submissive woman that her husband and his family expects her to be. We follow her journey as she encounters and reacts to the ignorance of the household towards the silent sexism that plays out every single day, and how she tries to cope up with the situation. Now, in the promotional poster of the movie, we see a happy couple very much in love with each other. Here we have to give it to the PR team, as they clearly want to lure you to come to watch this movie with a certain kind of expectation, which the director deliberately wants to turn upside down. But I also feel that the posters were designed keeping in mind of the dreams of a new bride when she enters a new household, having a loving and understanding husband and overall a happy married life. That ideal picture does hold up in initial few minutes of the movie, but after that, along with the new bride, we also begin to see the cracks not only in the idea of what companionship should mean in a marriage, but also how that household perceives the role of a woman. The movie opens with the female lead actress joyously enjoying her dance lesson, and that cuts to the arrival of the prospective groom's family, who have come to see the bride, and just like that, the marriage is fixed. There's not much of a conversation shown between the bride and the groom in order to know each other, their likes and dislikes, even when her picture of her dancing and all her awards she might have won are clearly visible in the frame where the two of them are sitting, but the groom chooses to ask nothing of that. Nor does he ever discusses about it in the rest of the movie. The meeting is all but a formality, and that straight away cuts to the day of marriage. It is these kind of read between the lines moments that the director Jeo Baby plays with in the entire movie. It's a subtle commentary on how arranged marriages in India are usually fixed. The thing that matters the most is how good is the household of the boy and how much well settled he is. But what about the ambitions of the bride? Her expectations? Now at the groom's house begins the quote-unquote routine of the new bride. Wake up, clean the house, plan and make fresh meals for breakfast, lunch and dinner, wash the dishes, clean the kitchen. Wake up, clean the house, plan and make fresh meals for breakfast, lunch and dinner, wash the dishes, clean the kitchen. Wake up, clean the house, plan and make fresh meals for breakfast, lunch and dinner, wash the dishes, clean the kitchen. I know, right? This repetition, this monotony, this goes on for the major part of the duration of the movie. And you realize that this is not at all bad editing. It is the director who wants to put you right in the shoes of the new bride by repeating those visuals of the routine again and again. He wants to make you familiarize what the women of that household have to go through. The endless chores, the filth on the table the man leaves after they have eaten, the filth in the kitchen with all the dishes to clean. He intentionally wants to make you uncomfortable with these visuals. And I personally believe men are going to feel more uncomfortable, as most of our lives we have chosen to remain oblivious of this daily grind of household chores, as our mothers, sisters, or any other female members of our family have taken care of us, making us food, bringing us a glass of water when we need it, taking care of the guests, cleaning up all our dirty dishes, and the list goes on of all this unpaid hard work. Because according to men, this is how the things are meant to be, right? One of the many things that struck me about this movie was how it was devoid of any kind of music or soundtracks. The only music you're going to hear is that of chopping vegetables, frying food, banging of pots and pans, as the director doesn't want to distract you by adding a score. He wants you to know that he is serving a piece of real life as it is. And in real life, we don't have a background score when one goes through something. And this decision of the director adds an extra layer of reality of each depicted situation. At the end, I felt that the real intention of the movie was not exactly to send out a social message, but to hold a mirror in front of those male privileges that men enjoy at their homes. A mirror to the sheer ignorance towards how, in a household, a woman's role is reduced to a person who alone has to take care of the entire house. Meanwhile, the men enjoy the luxury to choose to look away, and that's not by choice, but by design, and thus continues and normalized from generation to generation. On the closing note, I would like to say that watch The Great Indian Kitchen not just for its highly thought-provoking plot, but also for the love of cinema itself, as this is a commendable storytelling by serving the reality as it is, without any music, without using any twists and turns in the plot. It's all visual, it's all relatable, and how a movie can speak so much with so little words. So gather all the family members of your house, no matter old or young, and stream The Great Indian Kitchen on NeStream platform, where you get 5 days of streaming for just 140 rupees, which I feel is worth every single penny.